name is Elizabeth, and I've been teaching and tutoring English for the last 5 years. Today I want to talk to you about some reading strategies to help you read better. Today we're going to be going over 2 reading strategies. The first one is previewing. The second one is predicting. Previewing and predicting are both very important when you're reading, for many reasons. Both of these strategies are important because they help us to understand the text better. They help us identify important information. It saves us time when we're taking a test, and it helps us connect new ideas to old ideas. If you practice previewing and predicting before you start reading, you will learn more, save time, and understand the information better. If you're taking a timed writing or reading test, like the TOEFL or TEFL test, you will need to know these tips because they will help you answer the questions correctly and not run out of time when you're taking the test. If you're the type of person that starts reading with the very first word in the very first paragraph, that's a bad habit that you need to stop right now. But don't worry, this video will help you learn how to stop reading ineffectively and be the best reader that you can be. So my first strategy I'd like to teach you today is previewing. Previewing is like watching a movie trailer before you watch the movie. So when you watch the movie, it takes an hour and a half or longer, and you don't know who the characters are or what the story is about. So if you don't preview when you're reading, it's the same as not watching a trailer before watching the whole movie. That's why you need to practice previewing. When you preview a text, you want to look at the shape of the text. At the top of the text, you will usually find a title. The title can give you important information on what the reading is about. Our first example comes from the TEFL website. The title of this article is "The Geologic History of the Mediterranean." Now this title gives you a lot of information about what the reading will be about. If you understand geology or geo, you know we're talking about the earth. If you know what history is, then we know we're talking about the past and how the earth has changed over time. And if you know what the Mediterranean is, that it is a location near Europe, then you understand that this reading will be about the history of the earth in a specific location around Europe. Wow, that's so much information, and we've only read the title. That's why previewing is so important. If this was a movie, we would understand the genre and the topic of the movie. Now, previewing doesn't end after reading the title. Every text is different. Sometimes there might be pictures or graphs. Graphs and pictures can help you understand what the topic is about. For example, if the title is "The Geologic History of the Mediterranean," you might find a map of the Mediterranean or a picture to show you what the area looks like. Perhaps it's mountainous, maybe it has oceans. We don't know, but the pictures can tell us. With every picture comes a caption. It's important to look for the caption. Sometimes it will just say figure 1. That's not very useful, but when you're reading the text, you can know what picture it's referring to. So other than the title, you might find pictures, graphs, charts. You might also find, like this essay, has a footnote. A footnote is at the end of the essay. So, part of previewing is to look at the beginning and end of the essay. This will help you find any important information. Sometimes there might be questions at the end of the essay, or sometimes they might give you definitions or a summary. These are important clues to help you understand the reading before you start reading the first paragraph. So now that we've watched the trailer for this piece of text, we understand what the genre is and what the subject matter is as well. The next step to help us understand the reading better is to start making predictions. Predictions are important. It helps you become a better reader and a better writer. What do you think this essay will be about? Let's go over some examples. There are 3 headers on the board. Which of these headers is going to give us information about what year Albert Einstein was born in? If you answered early years, you're correct. Early years implies the beginning stages of Albert Einstein's life. Albert Einstein's birth is the first thing that would happen to him, the earliest thing. That's why early years will probably have his date of birth. What do you think the other 2 paragraphs are about? One of them is great discoveries. Now, here's part of predicting that's very important. When you're predicting, you can make assumptions about what the text will be about. What did Albert Einstein discover? Many of you may have an answer, and some of you might not know who Albert Einstein is. If you don't know who he is, that's okay. And if you do know who he is, you might have answered something like, oh, he's a math guy. Did he discover electricity? No, he's an important scientist. You might have had a few thoughts along those lines. So we can make assumptions that Albert Einstein is a scientist. He was born in a certain year, and this paragraph will talk about what he discovered. Let's look at another example. This is the title of an essay. The title is Jumanji 3, a comedic jungle of errors. What do you think this essay is about? Have you heard of the movie Jumanji? And what does the word errors mean? What is the main topic of this essay? That's right, it's probably about Jumanji, the movie. What is the author's opinion of this movie? Is it a good movie or a bad movie? That's right, the word errors lets you know that the author does not like this movie. You can understand the author's main idea and opinion just from the title. For extra credit, what type of essay do you think it is? Do you think it's going to give you more information about the movie? Is it a persuasive essay? Is it an argumentative essay? That's right. It's probably an opinion essay that's going to tell you about why Jumanji 3 is a bad movie. Every essay you read, you can practice previewing by looking at the title or any pictures. Then practice predicting. Connect ideas and information you already know to new ideas, and try to make assumptions about the text before you read it. As you become more familiar with the English language, you will identify more easily what different types of genre and writing there are. Here's some more things to look for when you're previewing a text. You would look at the title, headings, subheadings, definitions, bolded words, questions at the beginning or end, summaries, charts, graphs, pictures. Anything interesting about the text can be useful to you when you're reading. If you practice previewing and predicting, you can create a roadmap for yourself. That way, you don't get lost when you're reading. You already know what the main idea is. You already understand the author's opinion. You know what the reading is about before you start reading the first paragraph. That will help you immensely. It will help you understand the text better. It will help you learn new information better. It will save you a lot of time if you're taking a timed reading test, and it will help you identify ideas that are important, like the main idea. So once you've mastered previewing and predicting, now you can start reading. Even if you're reading online, you can practice previewing and predicting. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave me a comment and let me know what kind of video you would like to see. Happy reading! Happy reading! Happy reading!